Okay, it's good to have everybody with us this evening. Good to see everybody and be here with you. Holidays was long. Actually spent Thanksgiving night from about 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning at the hospital. We had one of our church members go to the hospital, and there were actually two in there at the same time, and unfortunately we buried one yesterday. But it's been a good holiday. Been a good holiday other than that. And it's good to see everyone here tonight. Tonight is your night. We're going to go through the whatever you want to see in the control panel. Let me say real quick, I'm starting to see a lot of tech support questions coming up in the Facebook group. Mark doesn't get in the Facebook group every single day, so if you want your technical questions answered, you need to, thank you, my friend, thanks, Andy, you want to make sure you put that in the support ticket system. The Facebook group isn't a support, the actual support group for the system itself. We try to catch things in there, but a lot of times we don't. And or if you put it in there and it doesn't get passed along, the best place to do that is in the support ticket system, and they will take care of it from there. But I just wanted to bring that up because I passed that on to a couple of people today. So anyway, my name is Kerry Miller. This is our Wednesday night training session, and it's good to have everyone on with us. We're going to, as you know, as it's been for the last several months, the first Wednesday night is kind of your night. Got a couple of questions that was asked today, and a couple of things that's been asked over and over for the last several weeks that I want to revisit and show you how to do. So we're going to get started right on into this tonight. If there's not a lot of questions, depending on your questions will depend on how long the training is tonight. So first off, if you have not joined our YouTube channel, and I say this every week, and I know a lot of you have, all of our training is posted on YouTube first. So go to youtube.com/Instant App Wizard. And if you would like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Instant App Wizard. If you would like a text message, text app call, APPCALL, to 904-548-3411. And we will send out a reminder to you. If you do not think that you have signed up, or if you do not remember how to get in and log in, you can go to instantappwizard.com/training. Facebook group, best place in the world to be. If you're not at the Facebook group, you are not part of the in crowd. It's a great thing to be there. Everybody posts in there. There's a lot of great information that flows in and out of the Facebook group. A lot of good things that happen in there. A lot of the ideas that we pick up come from there. So get in the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Instant App Wizard. Now, if you sign up with a Facebook name that is different than what you registered in Instant App Wizard, the first thing that I do is I check that name against our database to see if you're an actual reseller. If you're not a reseller, I don't approve you. If you're here or not and you've tried to get in and you're a reseller and you're signing in under a different name that is in your reseller account, just email me at Kerry@InstantAppWizard.com and I will put you in. There's always people trying to get in that group so that they can start spamming the group. Every now and then someone will get by, but I yank them out pretty quick because that's not what that group's about. It's so we can get in there and share ideas, share information, and if there's any product shared or anything like that, everything has to go through me in order for that to happen. So facebook.com/groups/Instant App Wizard. For you new folks, do not spam that group. You will not last in there very long. This is my slide for the night from the group. It's from Greg Marshall again. And I really like this. And I pulled this up for one simple reason again tonight. He says he wanted to update the graphic I put up last month. Now includes November 2013. IEW partners have permission to use it for IEW business only. If you're new, this is a graph of gross revenues for a real company who implemented a mobile app And this is the key that I want to talk about real quick. It says right here, I implemented a mobile app including text. I don't know why people can't sell text, and I don't know why people don't teach people how to use texting. It's a great marketing tool, and it works. It's very obvious here that you can see the downward spiral of this company, and they implemented the app along with text messaging, and you can see where the company has, I think it's 235% or so, just shot through the roof in gross revenues. And this happened when the mobile app and the texting was implemented. Why the texting? Because it's instantaneous marketing to your market, okay, to your warm markets. You can let people know what's going on. It says, I think 6 straight months of increases, including 2 consecutive all-time highs, qualifies as a trend and not a fluke. And he's absolutely right. But it amazes me. I see people, they'll get texting and they'll have it for 30 days and they'll cancel it. That tells me 2 things. Tells me, 1, you didn't train the people on how to use the marketing platform properly, and or you don't know how to use the marketing platform, and or you're not using texting properly. Now, there's 2 things about texting that are important. Number 1, it will help increase your client's business. Number 2, it's a revenue stream for you, and if you cancel it, guess what? You've just turned off one of your revenue streams. So it's a dual-edged sword. You either teach them how to use it and teach them how to use it properly along with the marketing platform, and or in a few months you have no return on your product for that customer, and he's probably going to tell you he wants to cancel. So I'm going to look at the marketing platform with you tonight. I'm not sure. Some of you may know what the marketing platform is. So we're going to just take a quick look at it tonight and show you where it's at. Make sure you understand where it's at. If you have any questions, please ask. We're going to get right into the control panel. Let me shut this off. Let me shut this off. And let me come right over here. And let me come down here. Okay, the first thing I want to show real quick, let me do something here real quick. I've been asked this question probably 50 times in the last 2 weeks. I know we've trained on it many. Putting a video on the front, putting a video in any page is very simple actually. But I want to show you real quick how to put a video. I'm just going to pull any video, it doesn't matter. Is the is the screen going okay tonight? Is the sound going okay tonight? Yeah, Robert is here. When using a YouTube video or any video really, you can use several different video platforms. I always use YouTube because it gets the biggest bang for the buck. So what you want to do here is you want to come into YouTube and you want to come down here to share. Okay, and I highly recommend if you've seen this a dozen times, please either mark down that we started this at 8:09 on the 4th of December or take notes. Just come down here to the share button and see right here it says embed. This is your embed code with your iframe. Now you can go about we'll say 275 by 155, okay? Now, I usually go about 275 by about 200. All right? It's going to automatically size it, but I'm going to change it when I get over. This iframe right here is what you have to copy and paste. Now, we don't want to show suggested videos at the end. Why? Because you're showing someone else's advertisement on your app. All you got to do is copy this iframe right here. Okay? So we go to the video, we go to share, we go to embed, and we get the video right here. Now, I put it in 275 at 155. That's the recommended size if you customize the size. I'll show you how to change that in just a minute. Does everybody follow me to this point right here at 8:11 a.m.? Okay. Copy this. We're going to come over here to general settings. Now, what everybody's asking me is how do we put this underneath on the front page underneath the logo? Okay. Can everybody see the WYSIWYG box here? This is a WYSIWYG box. What you see is what you get. Okay. So we're going to come up here and we're going to go HTML code. I'm going to go Control V. All right. Somebody just said that that's been happening. That's not putting the HTTP in there. So just put that in there. Now see right here where it says 275 by 155? I'm going to open that up just a little bit, and I'm going to put that at probably 200. Just makes for a little bigger video. Does everybody copy this so far? Everybody understand what I just did? Going into the HTML editor. I'm going to center it right here, HTML. Okay, I've copied the code, and I'm going to save this. I'm going to come up here to the preview. And you're going to see the video pop in. Now there's several codes you can use that make it start automatically. There's codes you can use to do a million different things. You can go on YouTube and find all kind of codes. There's been all kind of codes. All kind of codes that have been posted in the Facebook group. How to start it automatically. How to take the frames away. I've got a little program that I use that I purchased. It's actually for whatever you call that, WordPress. I do my videos in there. I set everything in there. Then I copy the iframe from there and post it over. There's just several ways to do it, but the quickest way to do it, let me go through this one more time. Go to your video that you want to go to. Come down here to share. Right here it says share this video. You can post it wherever you want to. Or embed it. We're going to embed it. And all I'm going to do is copy and paste this. Yeah, that's a very good idea. And what Greg says is once the reseller has successfully implemented the video, the actual code that you want to do, and I'll show you this real quick. Let me get back over here and copy this. Once you do this successfully and you have the code that you want, all you have to do is put this anywhere you want. If you use Notepad or you do anything else, okay? Copy this code and put it in there. Then all you have to do is change this one thing right here. This video code, this right here. See this BR, whatever it is, J8983. And or you can copy the whole URL and just put it right in here after the source. Copy and paste. Do not take this question mark out. Okay, make sure that question mark there. Relative equals 0, it means that the ads will not show up at the end of the video. If you take the question mark out, you're going to have broken code. So the code's got to be correct. So just put it in the HTML editor. Click Update. click Save, and go to Preview. I did an app for a guy the other day. I'll show you real quick what I did. We went into custom content and new custom content, and I literally made him a whole page of videos. Okay, he had about 10 videos, and all I did was copy and paste the iframe in there. Okay, one right after the other. You can also do this. You can go into products and services. Okay, and I don't know what that is. This is Mark's ass for $15.99. We must have been jacking around one day. But anyway, so this is Mark's ass right here. And but you can do the same thing in products and services. All you have to do is go in here, add products and services. You can do it a couple of ways. You can just add the link, and or you can go to add products and services, put in the category. These are WYSIWYG boxes. I just want to point that out once again. You can do anything in these WYSIWYG boxes that you want to do. Okay? Does everybody copy that? Does everybody understand that? Cheap for an ass. Yeah, it should have been $1.99, huh? I'll make sure Mark knew y'all said that. But that's how you put the video in there. That's how you add the video. And you can add it to whatever page you want to. Okay? So I just want to make sure everybody understands that. Everybody on board with that? All except what Greg was talking about. Okay? This is very simple. And I'll show you right here. What Greg is saying is you can take this code, and I can copy this code, and I can come over here, and I can come into MS Word, and I can paste that code, and I can save this as I'll save it on my desktop, and I'm going to save this as YouTube code. Okay? I'm going to save it on my desktop. Now, let's say that I've got another app that I'm going to do, okay? And I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to grab another video. I'm going to grab this video. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to cut and paste. I'm going to copy this right here. I want to make sure everybody follows me. Does everybody see what I'm doing? Okay. I'm going to come in here right here. I'm going to paste that right there. I'm going to come right there and I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come right here and I'm going to rechange this right here. Okay? Same code, everything the same. I'm going to go update, save, and now I got a new video. Somewhere. I probably should have done it in Notepad. I don't use MS Word for any coding at all. MS Word is kind of a WYSIWYG type program anyway. Take the S off of it. Well, I don't know why the video's not pulling up. Okay, don't use Greg Marshall's idea. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. It should pull up. It should pull up. Let me do it in Word Notepad real quick. Because that's what we are here for tonight, to learn. Well, it's starting to frustrate me. Hang on just one sec. You can change the height and size, right, just like this too, right here in the WYSIWYG thing. So I pulled it up there. But you can still copy and paste that. I don't know why that's not pulling that up the other way. Any other questions? I know nothing about a Mac, so you're speaking French. Nothing about a Mac. Never had one, never seen one. Got it, Tom? Good deal, man. Okay. We'll move back over here to Mark's ass real quick. That was kind of funny. I didn't know I put that in there. That's been in there for a while. We've had a question about what if someone wants to use the information from an app into a database. Okay? So it is no any video that's hosted somewhere, if you put an iframe in, you can put the video on there. It's got to be hosted somewhere. You can't upload an MP4, but if the video is hosted somewhere, you can upload it in there in an iframe, and it'll pull it down. I've used Vimeo. I've used Animoto. I've used a ton of them, but it's got to be hosted somewhere. You can host it on your own server if you want to. AWS or any of those. Any other questions about the video? No questions at all? Everybody sure they got that? Okay. Question came up. I was speaking to one of you guys just about a week or so ago, and how you could use the information that was retrieved into the app and be able to have a searchable database to do so. I've been talking to Mark for the past couple of days. We've kind of been brainstorming. It's to be able to do that in the app and everything is a complicated process that we've got to look at, we've got to formulate, we've got to figure out how to do it, okay, and put together a plan that will actually work. So here's the fix for those who want to do this in a very simple way. When you go in and add a new form and you put the boxes in, whatever you want to put in there, and it collects the information. After you do that, there's an export to CSV file right here. CSV file can be opened up in OpenOffice, which is a free program if they do not have Excel. The majority of businesses out there have Microsoft Office on their computer, okay? So all they have to do is export the CSV file. There's nothing in there, right? Let me put something in there real quick. Okay, so that information is now there. All they have to do is go in here, and you can see the number right here. They can check it every morning or check it every afternoon or do something like that. Where did it go? It went to the email that's in there. It's emailed to the person, okay? Let me see if I don't remember what email that's. Let me see what email's on that. sales@mobiadvertisinggroup.com. First and foremost, it's emailed to the person. Okay, see right here. Let me see if it came through. I don't know if I've got support at Mobi Advertising Group on this or not. I may have to change the email address. Let me change the email address on it real quick. Whatever email address you put in right here, email data to, is where it will go to. And it's submitting. Now it'll be sent to that address. Now there'll be two entries now in the CSV form. Now I can export the CSV form, and it's going to say open with, and in this instance I have Excel on my computer. Stephen, let me check with Mark on that, if you can hyphenate that and put more emails in there and see if that'll happen. We can try it here in just a moment. It's a good question. And you see it's opened up here, okay? And if they did this every day, if they downloaded this and kept this on their computer, you can search these files. All they have to do is come up here and you either find or replace or whatever you want to do. I can search for Carrie. Of course, there's two of them on there. And see, it goes right to it. Then I go next, and I'll find the next one. What I recommend doing, Greg, and this is specifically for you, I would make sure there's a phone number box in there. That way they can search for phone number. And it'll take them right to it, and you could put the size of skis or whatever they're wanting to put in there, and they will have all that data. Yeah, complete contact info and the whole thing. And that's a very good way to do that. Actually, very inexpensive way to do that. And they can, and it's constantly updated. If anything ever happened to the database itself, they would always have this data in their computer. And so it's kind of redundant. It's stored on our computer and can be downloaded, and it's also stored in their computer when they download it. So very simple way to create a database and use that information for many, many, many things. Somebody else had a, you bet, Greg, you bet. Speaking of forms, we really need a headline area at the top to give people directions why they need to fill in the form. Oh, I see what you're saying. So we can put in a text box up here that you can actually put text in. Is that what you're saying, Ken? So that we can drag that over here and drop it in there, and the text is there. So to say, hey, fill this out for whatever reason. Is that what you're asking? Okay. I'll get with Mark on that tomorrow, and I'm sure he can drop a box in there that'll do that. Yeah, or a little WYSIWYG thing over here. I'll see what he can do with that. That's a good idea. Very good idea. And I appreciate that, Ken. Any more questions on the database? This is I tell you, this can be used for many, 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 many things. Many things. Most email programs will import CS files. What's being used? The form? It's just a general form to collect data. I mean, if you want to collect, if you want something that's quick and simple, maybe you want some questions that you can ask questions, check boxes, radio boxes, ask specific questions, maybe a survey or anything like that. I mean, this thing can be used for a million different things. Surveys is a real good one. Did you like our food? Put a radio button over here. And we come up here and we're going to say radio button. Quality of service. Great. Good. Bad. We're going to come up here. And all this information will be on that same CSV form. So if somebody wants to export that data, yeah, you can make your own form right there. I mean, that's what that's for. It's a custom form. You can do it any way you want to. So right here is the quality of service. Great. Is it good or is it bad? Customer's name. If they want to type something, service sucked. Bad, submit button. And I'll show you again. This is really powerful. The more we talked about this today, the more I thought about this. Excuse me. Reload my page. See right there now, I've got 3 entries on that form. And Greg, this is good for those folks if they want to be able to go in there and quickly see every day how that's done. Or if more people have signed up, you know, they kind of know, well, we had 3 yesterday, we got 13 in there now, so we know now that there's, you know, there's people in more people that we need, why we need to download this. Right here you can see service sucked, quality bad, quality of service. And whatever buttons they push, that's what will be in there. Yeah, there you go, Ken. Ken has a good idea right there. For example, he's talking about a headline, fill out our survey and with a chance to win an iPad. You know, and that's a very good idea. And that goes back with Michael's question there. You know, how can you use this? Hundreds of ways to use this. Hundreds of ways to use this. Probably one of the, actually, to be honest with you, probably one of the best tools we put in there since we've done all the upgrades. It's a great, great tool. Any other questions on how to use the CSV form? An opt-in feature. When you say an opt-in feature, kind of give me an idea of what you're talking about there. An opt-in, so it would go actually into your text list here in the platform sharing. Is that what you're asking? I'll talk. I think Mark and I talked about that. I think because of the way that particular thing is written, I'm not sure if we can do that, but I will check with him on that. I will check with him on that. Okay, very good. Now I want to show everybody something real quick, and this is very important, and it goes all the way back to Greg Marshall. Is there any more questions about the form thing there? On the CSV or anything? Very good. Very good. Let's talk about the marketing platform real quick. This is probably the number one place 90% of you are missing out right here. This right here is, oh, okay. Stephen, I'll try that in just a second. Give me 1 second. When I get done with this, would you type that back in there and remind me about that? And I'm going to see if I can put multiple emails in there and get those emails. Let me make sure these emails are coming through to me. I don't mind doing that at all. Okay, here's the submit. Yep, they're coming through now. And what I'll do is I'll go in there and do that in just a moment, Stephen, and we'll try that. That'll be a great test for tonight, right in front of everybody, and if it'll either work or it won't. And if not, I'll see if he can put that option in there, because that's a very good idea. Okay, this is your marketing platform. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is your money package right here. And the reason I say that is all you've got to do is take a look at this right here, what text has done for this one business right here. Now, this is a niche business that no one would ever thought that text messaging should be attached to. These people get a message that says, we've updated our videos and the new videos are out. Okay? So text messaging works. Whether you believe it or not, it really, really, really works. And so in order to have a good campaign going, in order to have a strong marketing campaign going, you have got to use all aspects of this system. Text subscribers, email subscribers, post on Facebook, and post on Twitter. We've also got this now where you can actually go in and set up and schedule the messages and put whenever you want it to go out. It's funny because I've got one that's been set up since we did the beta test on this, and it still goes out every single week. And every time it goes out, I have people that will message me and say, hey, Kerry, still getting the message. So I know it's working. And so Greg says he does it at least once a week, and you've got to be consistent. And that is how text message marketing works. Every Tuesday, I get a text message from Reebok, I get a text message from Maurice's, and I get a text message from Nike, the Nike store. Every single Tuesday, like clockwork what their sale is for the week. And every time we go shopping, I've said this story 100 times, every time we go shopping, my wife says, what specials are this week at the mall? And that depends on where she's going to go buy her shoes. Greg says he does it every Thursday. Okay? So you have to be consistent. If a customer cancels text messaging, number one, you've lost money. Number two, you did not properly teach them how to use the platform. If you do not teach them how to get signups, and I'll go back to the window clings, when people walk in, if they don't know that they've got to sign up for something, they're not going to sign up. When I go to this particular mall where I get those messages from, they've got QR codes everywhere in that mall, everywhere, that you go in there and when you scan it, it takes you right to their sign-up form for their weekly specials or their monthly specials or whatever their specials are. And you'll see people all the time. They're going up there and they're signing up. Okay? So you have to get your sign-ups. And in order to do that, you've got to market that people have to sign up. When you go to a cash register today, what's one of the things they ask you for? What's one of the first things they ask you for? Does anybody know? Zip code's one. Your cash. Your phone number. Absolutely. They want your phone number. And what they're hoping for is your cell phone number. Because what's going to happen is it's going to go in that system and you're going to get a message that says, hey, would you like to opt into our list? Blah, blah, blah. And you're going to say yes because you want to see what deals they got. It's a great way to do it. All you got to do, all that business has to do is get a small iPad or a Kindle or not a Kindle. What's the new little Android thing that just came out? All you got to do is have them one sitting right there. Okay? And all you got to do is set it up there and people sign up. Nexus 7. And there's a bunch of them. Okay? So all they've got to do is have a little kiosk set up and people sign up. When they come in and they check out and say, hey, would you like to get our weekly specials? And they go in there and they type their name and their phone number and it goes right into here. All you've got to do is have this open. Have this page open right here on that little iPad and your little join our list. That's what I would have open every time. And I would have them put their information in here. Okay? That's what you've got to do if you want that system to work. If people don't sign up, it doesn't work. That's just the way it is. It's no different than a call to action when you get all the sales pages and squeeze pages and all that stuff in your email box. You've got to drive people to that. And it's not just that. You need to get their emails. You need to use the entire system. If you're building their Facebook page, and if you're not, you should be, you need to be making sure that their system is set up on Facebook. And what happens is this little box comes up right here, and it just connected me. So it just connected me. But there's going to be a sign-up box. If you're not in Facebook, it's going to ask you to log in. Okay, and same thing with Twitter. Little box is going to pop up, and it's going to connect to API, and you put your account information in there, and it connects to your Twitter. And that way, all your marketing is going out. That's what makes this app so powerful. It's not the app itself. It's the marketing platform that makes the product that you have that you're out sharing so powerful, because you can connect with those customers, or your clients can connect with those customers immediately. And texting is a huge, huge part of that. And you've got to make it a huge part of it, but you've also got to teach your clients how to do that. They don't subscribe to this right here, Facebook and Twitter. That's posting. They can't subscribe via Facebook and Twitter. They post from Facebook and Twitter. Now you can set up a squeeze page or something like that, and have them go in with just like this page right here. Market that in your Facebook page, and they click on that and they fill out the information. It goes right in your system. But end users cannot subscribe via Facebook and Twitter. And you put your information in here, and you do whatever you're going to do here. And you come down here and you go to preview, and it shows you what your message is and who it's going out to. What's the fair amount to charge your customer to oversee their Facebook and Twitter page? I get an email probably once a week from a company that wants $350 a month. I don't know. Does anybody know what your area is charging to monitor and manage your Facebook and Twitter pages out there? It's a good question. Yes, and you can schedule for later delivery, whatever you want it to do. Schedule for another time. Very easy to use. Send it out this date, this date. No, send it once. Is it recurring? Send every Wednesday or send every fourth day of the month. This is a very powerful tool right here. Do it once. Send it every week. Send it every month, whatever you want to do. Grab promotion means click that button and get whatever's being promoted at the time. Grab the promotion, click on it, and grab it. Eric David wants to say hi. Eric's from Australia. Eric Z. Any other questions on the marketing platform? How many of you are showing your questions? Showing the marketing platform. I was reading a question. Showing the marketing platform to your clients, and how many of your clients are using it? Just give me a yes or a no. I'd really like to see what the number is real quick. And if everybody says nothing, that means that's a no. Yes, no, yes, maybe. Doing some. Thank you, David. I always do awesome. It's just me, man. I'm not arrogant. I'm just proud. But that's the marketing platform. You got to start using that. You got to start showing it to your people. You got to start showing it to your clients, especially if you want them to stick around. It's very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. We built a system around the marketing platform. We didn't build the app and build the marketing platform around the app. Greg Marshall's got a good point. Thank you for saying that, Greg. He said there's no reason not to go out and sell that. He gave you a true blue example here of 240% of growth in the month of November from text and mobile app production. So if you can't sell using that, call me. When you send SMS for marketing, do you need a modem? No, you got to be connected to, if you're on your computer, you got to be connected to Wi-Fi or something. Because our system is online. It's not a standalone. You've got to be connected to something in order for it to go out. But if you do it from here, it'll go out. Thanks, Eric. Any other questions on the on anything in the system while we're here? Oh, hang on just 1 second, man. I'm not going to forget Stephen. Give me 1 second. I'm going to try something real quick. promised Stephen I'd do this, and I try to do what we say we're going to do. This is for you, Stephen. Let's go ahead and try this real quick. Custom forms. Let's go into edit. Let's go we'll see how this works out. Stephen, if this works, you get a brownie point tonight. All right, let's see what comes through here. We'll give it just a second. I don't know, Stephen. It's not looking good, buddy. But that's something I can talk to Mark about. I'll take a look at that with him, and we'll see what it does, or see what we can do with it. That's a very good idea, though. I appreciate you for asking that. Yeah, let me try it. Somebody said use a colon. It's usually semicolon, but that's what it is in email. Let me see if I use a colon. Let me back it up too. Let me not put a space there. Tell you what, let me use a semicolon, then I'll not put a space there. And we'll try it. Do you know 90% of the stuff we do is when people call me and we sit here and try this? Sherry Claiborne, how many hours have we spent on the phone talking and working on stuff when we first got going and you first got going, and look where she is today. I'm very proud of Sherry. She's one of our most successful success stories. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to send it through. I will try a colon, but I don't think a colon will work. May be wrong. Been wrong before. You know how you know if a man is true to his word? He'll admit when he's wrong. I never tell my wife that, though. That's don't ever tell your wife you're wrong. Not a good idea. Always tell her you're right. Shash, if you took out the trash, you bet. Okay. Those two came in. The first ones I sent out just came in, and it went to both web addresses. So, Stephen, are you still here, buddy? It just took him a minute. Just put the semicolon, space, and the address, and it will work. Thank you for that, and now everybody has a new little tool they can play with. Semicolon, space, and the next address, and it'll work. You bet, Stephen. No problem, buddy. Where are you from, Stephen? Hong Kong. Good to have you, buddy. I always wanted to go to Hong Kong. One of these days we're going to put on a world tour and we're going to come see all you folks. Any other questions? Would love to. Would love to. Maybe I'll talk Sean into renting a plane and we'll just go all over the world. How about that? We'll do a world tour. We can stop in Thailand and see David and jump on down to Australia. I love Australia. I spent 6 months in Australia. I love Australia. Any other questions while we're here? I love these trainings like this because, man, we get so much done and so much accomplished that you guys can ask the questions. Anything else? Okay, just remember the first at 8:09, we did the video training on December the 4th at 2013. If you ever need to know that again. I have just started SMS will be bought by U.S. clients. You know, it's HTML5, so if it should, I don't, I mean, as far as translating, it doesn't have a translator in it. Okay, Robert says not at this time. Not sure why. Maybe he can type that in there and I can see it. If you sell SMS bought in the U.S., they'll buy it through you. The way let me go over that real quick. That's a good question. When someone purchases SMS, and my recommendation to you is that whatever the price is, for example, 500 text messages per month, $15 per month, double that price. That is still way below market value. Okay? Most SMS systems you look at online is anywhere from 7 to 12 cents. Okay? So $25 for 1,000, $50, $45 for 2,500, $90, $65, 100 and what, 30, 260, and 520. Double that price. Okay? Now, do not put it on their card. Put it on a card that you have and charge them when they pay you. Okay? David, put a ticket in on that. Mark can take care of that. Any other questions? Everybody understand about the SMS? Yes, it goes through our gateway. All righty. I'll thank you all for coming out tonight, and I appreciate you. I'm not sure what an SMS modem is, Stephen, I'll be honest with you. I've got you, David. All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure, man. It's been great seeing everybody. I really missed it last Wednesday, but I can tell you now I was knee-deep in some brisket and turkey and ham. And, hey, you bet, Greg. Man, I hope that helps you out there, buddy, and I think it will. I think that's a great way to do that for those folks. And you can go close that deal tomorrow. Thank you, Eric. Man, it's good to have you, man. What part of Australia are you from? Been to Sydney. Love Sydney. Been on Bondi Beach, actually. Awesome. And I'll definitely have to come see you. All right, folks, y'all have a great night, man. God bless. And no, I didn't go surfing. I didn't know how to surf, but I sure did enjoy that beach, man. It's beautiful out there. I love Australia. I would live there if I could. Y'all have a great night. God bless, man. And it's great being back on the training. I'll see you next week. I'm going to have a special guest on with us next week who is out there absolutely burning the streets up. And he's got a couple of new things he's doing. And he's going to share that with us next week, and I'll be posting that in the Facebook group. Everybody have a great evening. God bless, and I will see you in the Facebook group as soon as this is over. If you have any questions about tonight's training, just email me at Kerry@InstantAppWizard.com, and I get quite a few emails every day. If I don't respond to you within 24 hours, resend it so it's at the top of my email. It's great having everybody. Thank you, Robert, for being with me tonight, my friend. It's good to see you. I hope you had a great holiday. And we'll talk to y'all during the week. Have a good night.